All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message, and I'm not going to be, and hopefully not too long. Okay. Uh, I know that I had uploaded a message yesterday, and it was the worst of the worst. Okay. Which Israel, and I say Judah, I think they touching hand in hand in it, but Israel and Judah, the worst of the worst. And I want to kind of cover some things here today, to kind of piggyback on what was said yesterday. Um, and I'm gonna tag in onto a lot of different uh, verses and chapters. And I'm also going to even ask even some questions about the design of the Most High Yah, and how we must respect His order, respect His design, and know that He knows what's best. We might think that we do, but we really do not. I want to also cover first and foremost before I get on this topic. And did I misplaced my paper, didn't I? As I said, for I think probably within 3 to 4 months, I went on and explaining to those that were on live and how the immigrants are here for a mission. They are here for a deadly mission. And today was the time. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth of the whole matter. I've seen it already. But today was a day that made me see it as a way of how Yah is going to bring Israel and Judah to a ground level. And I mean, to me, they already at the ground. That's they standing on ground, but he got to bring them to the ground level. Somewhere along the line, everything is not that things are not going according to his will, but I believe in part of his will, I believe Israel and Judah have to go down. They have to go to the ground. Uh, and I understand in the spirit realm, I understand exactly how he orchestrated. Even when I look at what I spoke about yesterday, being the worst of the worst people, I look at that as beautiful. I mean, you all might not see it like that, but I'm talking about in the spirit realm, that's beautiful. And I'm gonna break that thing down. Not only am I going to break it down, I'm gonna break it up and I'm gonna break it back down where it belongs. Because what is happening is people are so into themselves, not knowing that they have nothing wrapped into their spirit. Nothing at all. They just like anorexia in the spirit. They have no idea of the spirit having its way. When you speak of worst of the worst, if the eyes have not seen, nor the ears have not heard, then that means to me, it don't take Sister Deborah to tell you what is plainly seen. You see, it should be if a person is about spirit and truth, and they're the ruach is the Holy Spirit is living in them and teaching them and showing them things and revealing things as it was promised to do. And in the midst of all that is promised to do for you and to you, it's turned around and told you, and I'm going to be your comforter. A comforter? Why do I need a comforter? Because when you know the truth of the matter and I come and abide in you, you're going to need some comfort. Because I'm not coming to you to lie. I'm coming in full form of truth. And you're going to need a comforter. And if you can just imagine what a comforter is in the spirit realm of who Yah is, then you'll understand. Wait a minute now, y'all. How can I have the Holy Spirit? How can I have the Ruach HaKodesh? How can I have what they call the Holy Ghost? How could he be in me? By telling you spirit and truth, bringing truth forth in the spiritual realm, making sure that you got your light with you. That's what the other five of the 10 virgin had. They had a lamp with oil in it. It wasn't so much that it was a light. It was the oil that keeps the lamp lit. They had what they need to go in. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to break it down like a parable, but in a picture where you could see that the way that the heavens has orchestrated things, it wasn't for you to accept it like you somebody. Praise the mighty Yah. It ain't for you to bow down and say, I get it, I see it. No, 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 no. It is only given to he that can hear, he that can see. And he tells us you cannot see unless I give you the eye to see. You cannot hear unless I give you the eye you cannot see unless he give you the ear to hear, nor the eye to see. And I can guarantee you, it's not a natural eye. It's not a natural ear. So therefore, there he come again, round the corner in the spirit. Now he's bringing you the spiritual way of how he's going to deal with you if he is in you. You see, when he comes in you, he's going to deal with you as one to teach you all things. From what level, Father Yah? From within, Deborah. So we're going to go to rock the spirit. Yes, because the spirit got it from A to Z. Flesh don't got nothing but from A. So you see how the spirit is needed. Okay? But you said you was going to teach all things. Yeah, I'm coming from the spirit realm first and foremost. You said you're going to show us things to come. I mean, you're going to give us the whole overall of what it is to prophesy, to see what's coming, the present. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to teach you, show you things to come. And guess what, Deborah? I'm going to bring things back to your remembrance. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do all that. But furthermore, see, they don't understand why I have to be a comforter. What do we need a comforter for? If we got it all nailed in and nailed out, we got this book in front of us. What's the idea for the comforter? Because we need that. We need that bad boy. Because when the true teacher, begin to teach you things, you're going to be like, wait a minute. I didn't know that. Why that? Where that come from? Oh, that hurt. Oh, that's deep. When you need a comforter to comfort you. That comforter is there for a reason. You think he's there for when you cold? Something to throw over you to keep you warm? Then you're dealing in the flesh. What is that comforter there for? Wait a minute. If you come and ask a comforter, is it for the flesh or for the spirit? It's for the spirit. Because the flesh ain't going to receive the comforter. So the comforter is for the spirit realm in which it's needed. I know it for a fact. I would not deny the fact that I need that comforter. Because there's so many things even the Ruach itself has taught me. And I'm like, oh, what do I have? I have the comforter. That's going to comfort me from the inside out. Because the outside sitting here trying to battle with the inside. So the inside got to have the comforter. See, we got this mindset of the flesh so deeply rooted in us, and it's okay. It's over. It's finished. All people have today is what he left them. an ear to hear and an eye to see. And if they don't have that ear to hear, that's why he constantly said, he didn't have an ear, let him hear. An eye is the eye, you a spiritual eye to see. And he turns and he said, they're going to say they see, but they cannot see. They're going to say they hear, but they cannot hear. I found that to be 100%. So what I'm about to do is this. I'm going to go into this study. But first and foremost, I need to talk about what I talked about in the last 4 months. I'm sure within the last 4 months, I have brought it up. I have mentioned to you all several times about the immigrants or the migrants or whoever, those that's coming over here. These, and I explained just as plain to you all who they were. These are people that's coming to war with Judah. And I said it over and over and over, and they still talking about who's a false prophet and who is the fake one. You see, the warning for my nation do I warn. Because the world ain't going to warn you. It's going to be the one Yah sent amongst the nation to warn the nation. But Judah looking for the world to warn them. They looking for the world to tell them A to Z. Which way should we go? Show me the way. What shall I do? What shall I say? What shall I think? What shall I eat? Judah is real stuck on that to where it's no pulling away. It's no reason for it. Because it's over. Now, today is the first day that I actually seen it sweeping YouTube. And I'm like saying, brother. Now, I ain't going to say brother. I said, dude. Do you know how long they had this plan? This is orchestrated by the world. I'm going to tell you something. I don't think it don't look beautiful to me the way they orchestrated, because I know they orchestrated among weak people. People who can't see, people who can't hear, people who can't even comprehend what's going on. Now you heard Judah hooping and hollering. And I'm like, no, they ain't hooping and hollering. Y'all said when there is a prophet among you, that's the main prophet or a prophetess. That's the main thing, or individual, not thing that you need to be in the midst of you. But because you don't have that in the midst of you, go for what you know, bad boy. Go for what you know. So now you hear them, and today was the first time you hear it all across YouTube. Wait a minute, these immigrants, they naming them different gangs. And I'm like saying, you mean, do y'all know what kind of gang they are? See, you all should have been up on all of that when they were bringing them over here. And United Snakes of America opened the door for them. You think these people at any time thought to, wait a minute, who are they bringing them people over here for? For you. You want to be bad? You want to be tough? You want to run around here and kill your own brother? You want to do all this bad? See, that judgment gonna come down. Now, I ain't gonna say it's coming. It's down here. Now they're hooping and hollering because a young black guy that was known in the game, they mowed his tail down. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. In Chicago. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all want to be bad. You see what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even and you get all these different men on YouTube who got a page, have the audacity to tell the men they should have been unified. They should have been in unity. They should have had themselves together. They should have came together. Wait a minute. So you can come together for this, right? But it's too late. It's too late. All of them. See, I told y'all these people were hardcore criminals. They were born to kill. You don't, the gangs here in United States don't even about know who they messing with. I heard one guy say, when these also gangs that works with the Cortez, baby, United States knew exactly what they was going to do to you. They already knew how they was going to get rid of you. They don't not nan one of KKK or skinhead. They back on the sidewalk at peace because they know the plan of the United States for you. You see, I've been saying that about 4 months now. I brought that up over and over and over. They coming for you. I told you that. Matthew, Yeshua told him. Matthew's 24. But you decided, oh no, we're going to kill our women, our kids, our mama, our daddy. We're going to kill our husband. We're going to kill our children. Let's kill our people off. And doing an excellent job. They give y'all guns. You go in there and kill your own tribe off. And you think that Most High Yah ain't going to look down low from high and not call you the worst of the worst. After his name, you will put under. To me, the sickness is deeper than I could even imagine. I can't even imagine the deep sickness of Judith in this world today. So when he was telling me about the judgment, I said, see, they looking at the judgment according to way these men on these platforms telling them. They looking at what these prophetess is on is beefing, and these prophetess is telling them what y'all gonna do to TD Jakes and the world. But they don't even see what's on their left and their right. It's prophesied already, y'all. I ain't gonna even expound on it like a lot of, oh, I had a dream and he showed me did. Everything that's clearly seen in the open. It's all in the opening. And they still, as a people, cannot see it. They cannot see it right before them. This is that deep sickness I told y'all that people had in Deuteronomy 28. I kept saying it's in there, y'all. It's in there. It's an end game to this, y'all. It's an end game, but they see it now. And what I'm saying is they're complaining about now, and it ain't gonna cease. It's gonna get worse and worse because they got to get this stuff started. They can put I tell you what, I can go buy a yellow scarf. A yellow scarf. All they have to do is say, let's start let's start a game with a yellow scarf. Let's throw it into their community. Shoot, they'll go a yellow scarf. I mean, go right after that. Yeah. Oh, that's game. That's 3-door 4. That's 3-door 4. Running for that yellow scarf just to name a game. Just to get in a game. Just to start a game. A game. And all the games are for to kill one another. And to destroy their own people. Then you have the audacity to challenge heaven for calling them the worst of the worst. How dare we have the audacity in our hearts and in our minds to challenge the Most High Yah when he called them what he called them, even in spite of him saying they are my people, but they gonna perish. They don't understand that. And like I told y'all, for the last 3 years, it's over. The fire has been lit. It's been burning. And it's been burning. I've sat back and I watched all this stuff going on for the last 3 years in a way that it was a judgment and a fire burning. And I'm trying to figure out, wait a minute. Oh, no, Father, don't. Oh, Father, why are they doing it? You know, not just totally confused. I just thank him for showing me his victory. And he did it in a way that it wasn't about this flesh heart, this flesh mind, or how I want to feel about it, how I want to think about it. It ain't about, and that's what most people are called in and up with. It's this emotion and this feeling, and they have no idea That's to detach to the lake of fire. When your emotions and your feelings get caught up in it, and then your spiritual being standing over there anorexic, and your emotions and your feelings and your flesh is over here measuring everything in your life and everything going on in the world based on your emotions and your feelings of your flesh, and your spirit still standing over there anorexia. Don't have no food for the spirit, nothing whatsoever. He said, man don't live on bread alone, but every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. Do you know what that word is? That spirit, baby. The words that proceed out of the mouth of Yah is spirit. It is for your spirit. And they still go to and fro. They still go to and fro. Lost with the cause and without. Now, what is happening is exactly what Deuteronomy 28 endgame said. What else, Deborah? It is going to happen exactly where Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25 said. It's already happening. They already transported them to all the cities where they have gang banging, where they have Judah who wants to be tough, wants to be bad, doing all kind of things against their own tribe. They're going to give you a little something to put in your community. It helped you out a little bit. And several of those guys says, Judah said on their platform, and these guys, these are hardcore. Yes, baby, that's what y'all gonna put in the midst of you. Y'all don't want to think you're worse. Oh no, baby. I bet you now one of you gonna be able to tell the Father that you are not entitled to what he's about to judge your butt on. So you can say what you want, look the way you want, and act the way you want. But baby, your eyes is gonna see and ears are gonna hear what is exactly taking place for the judgment of the Most High Yah and the fire for Israel and Judah. And when that's all done and over, then he's going to take the remnant that he wanted out. But you ain't escaping it. That's why I said it was a beautiful thing to hear those two ladies that was prophetess. They don't be on here hardly at all. This first time I seen them probably in 6 months. But they were on there, and that's what they wanted to come talk about. And I thought that was so beautiful. To just dip in to tell Judah, y'all in trouble. Now, you think Judah gonna hear it now? They so busy hearing the prophetess that's out here gang banging with each other. By right, they gang banging. By right, it's because jealousy, envy, and jealousy, envy, and because of one got more subscribers and likes, one got a larger audience. That's really what it's all about. You take them off this devil platform, they'll get somewhere and sit down. So they're using the platform for all this here because one got more likes, one got more subscribers, one got get more funds, one travel and one don't, and one all that. That's what it's all about. So they want to gang bang right on the devil's platform, and now you got them all these female prophets pulling up, gang trying to find any prophet that they can go up against and rebuke. Talking about Yah son, Yah didn't send your tail. Yeah, he son you. You right. He sent you. Yes, he did send you. He ordained you before the foundation of the world because he set everything up in the Lamb book of life and everything up in the books to the lake of fire. And they are too ignorant to see that they are not representing the Most High Yah with all this chaos. Now, I wonder what's going to happen. I ain't gonna even say it before even election. It's finna get the fire gonna get turned up, y'all. Because the way these Judah is speaking regarding these gangs in their community, they sent them to California and Oakland, all up in them areas, Chicago, New York already got theirs, and they doing it up. They are doing it up. But they knew they would. They on a mission. And that's all it's going to take is to allow Judah men to be destroyed. They're going to get destroyed on the battlefield. I go to Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3:25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. You want to be bad, tough, I'm this, I'm mighty. He said, and you're going to die in the war. See, while y'all sitting around here thinking these other wars, Palestine, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, guess what? You got a war within your own community. You got a war among your own tribe. And they so busy taking each other out and having a good time without their own tribes, in their tribe, saying, oh, we got to stop this. It's going too far. No, let them do it. That's what we like. We've been doing this for a mighty long time. But have the audacity to tell the creator who put you under his name that he can't have the reason why. He got a reason why, and I'm going to break it down to you tonight. Are you worldly or are you entitled to? No, he don't answer to you. You're lucky he sent hens. And hens have the energy to come on this devil platform and tell you. But if it's up to y'all, he wouldn't waste his time telling you nothing. Because he said everything is clearly seen. And if they don't see it, it's because they're walking in too much darkness and they have no light to see. Anybody in this day and time that cannot see what's actually going on today, I mean, everything that's going on, you're walking in darkness. Your eyes, you have no light to see. All these migrants coming over, it was for a reason. It was for a purpose. It was a reason and a purpose in it. Thank you, Father, y'all. And let me tell you, the world couldn't override it. I'm like sitting here, oh, Father, you're going to do something, ain't you? You're going to do something, Father, y'all, ain't you? Deborah, stand back, get back, get back, get back out of my way. And that's why I come to tell you, it's the saddest, and you don't want me to say sad. The deepest thing is your minds are so gone in darkness. You're just gone. You can't even see no way. Because what was said yesterday was beautiful. Was beautiful. But when you don't have no light, you don't have spirit and truth in you, you get really ignorant. But it shows you who you are. That's that wheat and that tare. Who wants the tare to grow with the wheat all the time? People who still walk in darkness. People who can't see spirit and truth. They want to walk in darkness. They want to call wheat tare and tare wheat. In this day and time, Yah's elect has been called to the forefront to speak these things. Do you think he wants us to speak it to change it? No. You know it ain't going to change. But he said, Deborah, I got to have a ram in the bush. I got to have a pin needle light down yonder. See, they don't even want y'all to have a pin needle light to say anything. They want the pin needle light to be dark. Don't say those things. Oh, no, we are not like this. We did this. Come on. Come on. It doesn't make sense. But it makes sense to people whose heart is hardened, eyes are darkened, ears is clogged with wax, and spirit is anorexia. Okay? This is what he gave me at the end. I was shocked to see this. Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. I was shocked that he gave me this at the very end. That's what took me so long to come on. What do good? What's the opposite? Anybody in the live chat? What is the opposite of good? Anyone in the live chat? Would you happen to know what is the opposite of good? What is the opposite of good? Evil. That's one of them. Can we get another one? The opposite of good is bad. The opposite of good is bad. What is the opposite of cold? Right. Bad. Good. What's the opposite of cold? Hot. Very good. Very good. The opposite of cold is hot. What is the opposite of dark? What's the opposite of dark? Light. Okay. All right. You got it. You're right. The opposite of dark is light. What's the opposite of down? What would be the opposite of down? Up. All right. What's the opposite of small? Up, right? What about small? What's the big? Very good. So we just learned that everything that has one, what's the opposite of left? The left. What's the opposite of that? The opposite of left. Right. All right. All right. Right here, all of these that had made them what they were was based on what was on the other side. Ooh-wee, Deborah, where you going with this? Thank you, Father. Yeah. In accordance for something to be hot, and it is said that the other one is cold, it has to be measured by hot. Okay. According for us to say we see dark and we call out light, we have to be able to separate dark from light, be able to see the difference between dark and light. When you go up and down, how could you call up if there's no down? Okay. Look like Yah had orchestrated a lot of powerful things for us to understand in the simple form. Because if you say down, how did down become down if there's no up? But we have up, okay? And we have down to compare the difference in the two. And when he says good, it's bad or evil, wicked. There's a comparison. Good, bad, that is evil and wicked. There go to another comparison. And when he's saying small, then how are you comparing small with what? Big? You see, that's the comparison. What is that comparison between male and female? If male is here, this is female. There's a difference between the two. You see? A difference. Male and you got over here female. Let's go on to the book of life. In the kingdom, you pull up, you got the book of life and the books to the lake of fire. What's the difference? One to eternal life and one to eternal damnation, the lake of fire. The two. So if someone pull up and say, what kind of books are in the kingdom? They can pull up with two different kinds. Not just one kind. When they open that book of life, only certain ones going to be in it. When they open up the books to the lake of hell, certain ones going to be in it. They're not the same. So what about when we get down to worse? When you get down to being worse, what's the opposite of worse? Anybody? What's the opposite of worse? No, not best. What would be the opposite of worse? What would be the opposite of worse? The opposite of worse is called good. Worse is the opposite is good or excellent. Worse, if it's two, if you break it in the opposite, it'll show you worse or good or excellent. That's the opposite. Good and excellent is the opposite of worse. Okay, you can say better, but when I did the search in Hebrew for the opposite of worse was good and excellent. So you got good on one hand, and you got worse on one hand, and you got good and excellent that stands next to each other. Right. So if Sister Deborah says that Israel, Judah, is the worst of the worst, whose standpoint is that? Is that Sister Deborah just saying that? This is why the Father said they reject owning Deuteronomy 28. And every step from Genesis all the way to Revelation, they reject. They only teach you what they want you to make you feel that everything you continue to do against Yah is all well. Because we're not going to talk about the truth of the whole matter. We only want to talk about that. It's going to make me feel like, oh, somebody bothering us. Watch this. When I get to Jeremiah 16, verse 11 through 13. Jeremiah 16, verse 11 through 13. And it reads, then shall thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, said Yah, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. Verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers. Oh, but Deborah, you're saying Israel and Judah is the worst of the worst on the earth. Israel and Judah is the worst of the worst. To who? I'm telling you, the eyes of the Most High Yah. Now on the earth, they might not be the worst of the worst as y'all, Judah and Israel, see themselves. They don't see themselves to be that. But let's touch this a little bit, a little something. Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walked everyone after the imagination of thy evil heart. Does that not represent Genesis? Let's go back to Genesis chapter 6. I'm gonna make this. I don't know. I can see why he said he have to do what he got to do. Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5. And Yah saw that the wickedness of men was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continued. Now we way back over in Jeremiah, prophet Jeremiah. He's now telling this to Israel and Judah. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of your evil heart. Wait a minute, Father, y'all, hold up. Back that thing up and bring that thing down. When Deborah, the truth of the matter, the minds of Israel and Judah is likened to the days of Noah. And they cannot, they will not accept, receive, salute, repent, nothing. That's why I tell you, it's over. Now, what Jeremiah, in the book of Jeremiah, said that the Father said, now this is what Jeremiah said. And verse 12, chapter 16, verse 12, and ye have done worser than your fathers. Remember the forefathers that were stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient? That's what he's talking about. Now you worse than that. But then you stand here and think this prophetess that is a servant of the Most High Yah should not say that Israel and Judah is the worst of the worst. Who couldn't be the worst of the worst if you, Father, had 10 sons, let's say 12 sons, shouldn't your blood father be able, and he raised those sons? That father was in that household and he raised those sons. That father in that household raised his son, and I can guarantee you a blood man that had 12 sons can identify each one of them and then turn around and tell you which one is the worst. How dare you tell the Father in heaven that he don't have the right to call out Judah and Israel, and you see what they doing? You turn a blind eye and a deaf ear as if you don't see who they are. The devil is a liar. Jeremiah said the same thing that caused Yah to add on the fact that he had to end the world. And you have the audacity to tell and to think and to feel, don't talk about us, we ain't the worst. You the worst of the worst. Said the Most High Yah. And the only way you're going to know it in the due season, but you're going to still feel somebody's doing something because they finna cut throats. Let's go there. Isaiah 3. Let me show you what he said. Women want to run around here. We ain't the worst. Sit your tail down. You have no light. You have no ear to hear. Isaiah chapter 3. Thy men, hold up. What you mean? Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25. Thy men, hold up, Father Yah. Who are you telling this to? The women. Oh, you want to make them kings and queens and kings and princes and putting them on big pedestals. Y'all done brought them down to the lower term. So while you keep on putting them up high, he gonna show you how he gonna bring them down low. Now, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25. Thy men shall fall. Thy men is the problem I have. Who is thy men? These the women she's telling you. Your sons, your brothers, your uncles, your husbands, your fathers, your grandfathers, they going down. While you sitting here want to put them on pedestals, y'all finna put them in a full judgment to hit the earth 6 foot under. That's why all this stuff is going on, and and everybody in full denial. Stay in denial. It don't bother nobody. It's gonna go down just like my Father has left word through his breath and sent his servants to speak on the top of the mountain. You're going down. In Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25, when I first saw where it says thy men, that's what you're trying to say, Father Yah. Thy men. What you trying to say, Father Yah? Don't tell me. And if my sons are included, I salute you still, yet no. I don't play that when it come down to who he is. I know who he is. He's not a play toy. So even there, he's letting the women know. Thy men. He ain't saying men, thy men. He's telling the women. He's stepping in the realm of the women of who? Israel and Judah. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 7. In that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a... No, that's when they go put the young ones ahead, which they got them on the corners. That is true. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8. And Judah is ruined, and Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is falling, because their tongue and their doings, their tongue and their doings, their tongue and their doings are, Deborah, against me, to provoke my eyes of his glory, to provoke the eyes of Yah's glory. He ain't playing. So when I get down here to Jeremiah 16 and verse 11, here it is. He said, and ye have done worser. Oh, no, don't you say they the worst, Deborah. You're doing worse than your forefather. So tell me, why did they get away with doing worse? And if you were sir, they had to been worse. So you were sir, so they had to been worse. So you are worser. That's telling you something. You're worser. You done worser than your fathers. For behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of the evil heart. Now, why do we insist on saying that's a lie? Okay? That they may not hearken unto me. Verse 13. We in Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 13. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye knew not, neither nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. I will not show you favor. See? And y'all waiting. Oh no, we the this, we the that, we the this. And you in your sin up to your, from your toe to the top of your head. We didn't got over here and it's worse, sir. Because in Jeremiah, they worse. We are worse, sir. And we don't see no problem with it. Every imagination is wicked and evil, just like it was in the days of Noah. See, a lot of y'all take the days of Noah lightly. Y'all push it on giants and Elliot's and fallen angel. Baby, you better push that and pull that thing up on your tail so you can get it right, if there's any right in you to get right. So then I went to Jeremiah chapter 7. And when I went to Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 26, in Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 26, yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their necks. They did worser than their fathers. See, and you wonder what a stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience. Now here I go again. What's the opposite of disobedient? What's the opposite of disobedient? What's the opposite of disobedient? Obedience. So if obedience is righteous and disobedience is unrighteous, what make a disobedient people not be worser people on the earth when these three stiff-necked, rebellion and disobedient people clearly seen? You pull out the opposite, then you wonder, when, okay, if there is an opposite to rebellion and there is an opposite to disobedient and there is an opposite to stiff-neck, so should we be the opposite of stiff-neck, rebellion, and disobedient? Yeah, we might as well claim it since we lie about everything else. See, we want to adapt to what is not true, what is a lie. You see? We are so content in it to the point we don't see where nobody should try to do anything righteous, upright, and just. And another thing is it is an enemy of our hearts and our minds within us to think that this is the right way it should go. It's okay for us to be stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. We the people, we the children. You know, all of this. You all this to Yah, but you haven't found or you haven't done anything just or righteous before him. But yet you all that. And he better not call you worse. Because you ain't worse. They are. That's why you never got you right. Because you're so busy pointing they. They can't measure up to you. What's the opposite of Judah and Israel? What's the opposite of Judah and Israel? Gentiles and heathens. The opposite of Judah and Israel is Gentiles, heathens, and other nations. What do the other nation have in common with Judah and Israel? Anybody in the live chat? What do the Gentiles, heathens, and other nations have in common with Israel and Judah? Nothing. Nothing. Thank you. Nothing. They don't have nothing in common. Nothing in common. What make them not have something in common? Anybody in the live chat? What make Gentiles, heathens, and other nations have nothing in common with Israel and Judah? And what is that is in between that's keeping them from being common with Israel and Judah? They have nothing in common, y'all. That's what this worst of the worst is. That's why I'm going to pull up on it again. What do they have in common? What do the other nations, the heathens and Gentiles, have in common with Israel and Judah? They don't have nothing in common. Why? Why? Because the other nation, Gentiles, heathens, and other nation is not called by the Creator's name. If my Father is on this side and he's the Creator and I'm under his name, I got his last name. And everybody else on this side is that are not the children that don't have that last name is on this side. What do they have in common? Nothing. So you see why I can't talk about them? You see why I can't turn to the others? They did. Yeah, they doing that and so. And heaven's got to roll in and roll out. How about that? How about that? But when I can turn over here to Israel and Judah, who's under the same name I'm under, and you have the audacity to tell me not to say we are the worst, I stand on in that mountaintop and say it over and over and over, because it ain't going to gain them anything. They ain't going to lose nothing, and they ain't going to gain nothing. Why? Because they still haven't followed him that has them under his name. So it don't matter. It don't matter. Anytime Israel and Judah don't honor, worship, exalt, and recognize him for who he is, guess what? It's nothing Sister Deborah could say that's going to cause Judah to have more respect than he for who he is, for Yah is, like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob now, and David. The respect they had for him. You see? Judah don't want that. Israel don't want that. They want to say somebody over here bothering them, but who's bothering the one that's under the name of the Creator? Woo-wee! You see, something's gone up here in these people. Anytime the light came on and it told you, wait a minute, the one that created all things, he put you under his name. You gotta be kidding me. You mean I'm under his name? Yep. I'm doing all this down here and I'm under his name? Yep. But he the creator. And you tell me Israel and Judah is not worse. See, I don't have to worry about the Gentiles and the heathen. I don't have to measure them. When I think of them, I think of the lake of fire. Outside of those that's grafted in, I think of the lake of fire. I don't know what y'all think. But when I look over here at Israel and Judah and say, you ugly sons, how dare you do my father, our father, that way? How dare we act the way we acted and be the way we are and do the things that we continue to do on earth? We continue to do everything against Yah. What makes you think it's against Yah, Deborah? Righteous. What's the opposite of righteous? Unrighteous. So you think it's righteous what they're doing? Israel and Judah is doing righteous? You think Israel, what's the difference? What's another connection they have? Not belief. They have no belief. They have no fear of him that is the creator, who said, I wrote you under my name. So then I go back to the Father and say, Father, something going on. I know you got to deal with me on this. You got to be dealing with a spiritual Israel. You got to be dealing with a spiritual Israel. For you to take this here, as it is, and you've been dealing since thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Oh, Father, no. Truly, you coming for the spiritual Israel. Truly, you got a spiritual Israel in the bush, in the ram in the bush. Please say you got a spiritual Israel. But according for it to be light, there got to be dark. According for it to be up, it has to be something down. According for it to be a left, there got to be a right. According for something to be small, there got to be a big, because you got to compare them. According for it to be cold, and calling it cold, it has to be hot. According for the Most High to continue to tell you all that I am Yah and there is no other. So now, okay, I know it's one. I am Deborah, the beginning and the end. The mystery rests in the end. Because the end holds the victory. So there go you two more. The beginning. How could there be a beginning? And how could we say that there's a beginning if there's no end to compare it to? And what he's saying is, these people, yes, I know you have read how long I've been working with them, how long I've been turmoiling with them, how long I've been destroying them, and how long they've been besieged, and how long they've been attacked, and how long have they been recaptured, totally destroyed twice, besieged 23 times, attacked 52 times. And when you're talking 52, people attacked him and killed him, Israel and Judah. Recaptured 44 times to go into slavery, to go into bondage. 44 times. When you look at that, it makes you look back and see that, wait a minute, you've been through all this with these people, Father? All this, and they won't pick up the book and read how ugly they are, how the worst of the worst they are. They won't pick up the book. Oh, nobody. You won't get not one person to pick up that book and just do their little study on Israel and Judah. But Father, You've been turmoiling with them that many times. You destroyed them twice, and that this twice is showing you in great mass number where he destroyed them, took their lives. They've been besieged 23 times. They've been attacked 52. That attack also is adapted to lives. They died in thousands, Israel and Judah. They've been recaptured 44 times. Now, wait a minute, Father Yah. Is these the same people you put on your name? Watch this. Watch this. These the same people, Father Yah, you put under your name. Wait a minute, Father Yah. You put these same people under your name? And they still worse than they were then. Nothing changed, did it, Father? Nope. Today, I've even allowed it to be said, stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedience. Worse than their forefathers. Nothing seems to change them. They don't care about being stiff-necked. They don't care about being disobedient. They don't care about being what you call it, rebellion. They don't care. You see how they learned that's what they were known as? Did it change them, Deborah? No, it didn't, Father. So you mean to tell me they were recaptured 44 times, they was attacked and murdered 52 times, they was besieged 23, and they were totally destroyed twice. In this one book, these people, you would think the end of it, they would return back to his bosom. Wouldn't you think? You would think at the end of all of that, these people will, like they said, wake up. They ain't waking up, baby. That's a lie. That's how they won you all over. You would think if you finish, when you look at all this, you say, wait a minute. I wake up and I realize who I was. Now I know who I am. I realize what I've been, not being. I realize where I'm at, where I was at. Now I know where I'm going. You know, just looking at it in a different way. They won't. Here's Sister Deborah, a servant of the Most High Yah, can breaking this thing down with too much. What the problem with what I speak it is too much food for the spirit, and the spirit is anorexium to the point where it can't digest food for the spirit. It don't have the light to see in darkness. It can't see that it's the worst of the worst. It can only see what's in the dark. That says, oh, they the best of the best. We the people. We the great. We the true Jews. We the this. We the that. Dude. Who were you? If you say you all that and you are that, go back and pull that bad boy up and show who you really are. It's just like, for instance, to me. I can be on this devil platform, but you go back and you pull my records up and you see who I was. Now, I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm just using me as an example. But if you see who I was, if I was a person who was locked up, been in jail, robbing and killing and stealing and dropping, babies all over, just doing all kind of things. You look at my record. My record don't show me that I've done anything in the light. It just shows everything I've done in the darkness, out of my flesh. So what did you do? Wait a minute. What about your spirit? Did you do anything that's connect to your spirit? No. That's another thing a lot of people don't understand. These people cannot get to where they think they're going without understanding that they have a spirit. And that's something 99.9 don't understand. Even the whole Israelite do not understand. You have a spirit. They don't want to focus on the part that they are a spirit. They embed it into the ways of their flesh. That's going back to show you they don't have their oil in their lamp. Too much darkness is in their eyes where they cannot see the light. So here he goes. So you looking over here and you go back and you see what type of tribe of the 12 tribes were. And you mean to tell me All of this is in this book. All this that Israel and Judah did that caused them to have this done to them, because this is what the mighty right hand of the Father allowing this to happen to them, because trying to steer them into what is righteous. Knowing they wasn't going to make it in under righteous. Knowing it. Well, don't forget, Deborah. Tell them again, I'm the beginning and the end. So whatever I started in the beginning and they took off their own way, they don't understand. I still got a ram in the bush at the end. You see? And because I knew, kingdom already knew that this is a people that is like this. Okay? These the one I will use to get victory, to get glory, to get honored, to get praise. I'm going to use them on the end. Because honestly, 100, nothing Israel and Judah has done, none that's entitled to what he gave us grace and he gave us mercy. And we still too ignorant to see it. You probably got 90% when even paying attention will tell you, this ain't no grace and mercy. I ain't got no grace and mercy. They cuss you out. You come telling them you upheld by the grace and the mercy. They'll cuss you out. I ain't got no grace and mercy. It's just me. This is who I am. I'm the man. I'm a dude. They talk all that trash of the flesh. They don't even understand. All their words is of the flesh. Nobody holding any spiritual food. None whatsoever. They want the food of the flesh. They want to live and die in it. Now he's rumbling. Because whether they like it or not, they ain't going to be able to roll over and run with their oil in their lamp. They ain't going to be trying to run to the door then. Oh, they're going to be trying to get up out of here all kind of ways, even if they got to come in your house and break in. They coming. Your own nation coming for you. They're looking for everything they're going to need to fight this battle. And they don't understand. There's not going to be nothing for you to fight with. Because Yah has allowed y'all to get on this earth and cut up from the floor of all this time. Now, at the end, he has to judge this on the earth. Why? Because what's on the earth got to be judged on the earth for what it done on the earth. You see what I'm saying? Don't think that the people who's sleeping ain't going to be judged for what they did on earth. But if you're living during this tribulation time, let me tell you something. To me, like I told a couple of people, y'all, it's already on. It's already on. And wow, no matter what you say, people will run over there to somebody telling them, oh, he's going to do this to the United Snakes. He's going to do this to the United Snakes. Or he's going to come down. Babylon is falling. Baby, do you fail to realize you still got your stupid tail over here? So if Babylon is falling, where are you going to be at? You see the stupidity, the mind shortcut from the floor up? Another guy pulled up and was talking about what someone was saying. It's so many people talking about Babylon, the United Snakes, and what they doing and how they doing it. And guess what? Everything they doing is coming for you. And you running around here telling each other it's okay. It's okay. They and the Father, it's almost like he said, but didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Because I mean, that's all I could say, y'all. Because he constantly reminded me of this. Deborah, this thing need me. And many of you all, at the sound of my voice, even years to if this, I don't think this platform won't be here 2 years from now, but every word that I'm saying, it's not that it's not going to come to pass. It's right before you. You too blind to see it. You see in darkness. And you want to call right, wrong, wrong, right. You want to call light, dark, dark, light. You want to call good, evil and evil good. You got your shoes on backwards. You don't have an elevator to go up in. You're gone. And you don't see no wrong in all this stuff that your tribe and nation is doing. You don't see nothing wrong in it. The first number one thing that's wrong, that's bigger than anything, is what we do against the Father. When we're down on this earth, cutting up from the floor up, and doing the things we are doing after we are under his name, you don't see nothing wrong with it, do you? 99.9 do not see nothing wrong. But they will see something wrong with Sister Deborah saying, we are the worst of the worst. You are the worst of the worst. That's the only reason why he going to bring you out. That's where he going to get the victory. He going to get it. Not you. And I truly believe, because I heard Ezekiel 36. He said, but it ain't over until it's over. Because a lot of people who, I don't know, I ain't going to say nothing. Because I believe something else going to take place. Because a lot of everybody is so geared, is so geared up to believe that leave my brothers alone, leave my sisters alone. We did this, we like this because somebody did this and did this. That's why you don't know where you've been. You don't know who you are. So how do you know where you're going if you don't know where you come from? How do you know who you are when you don't know who you is? It just doesn't make any sense. And they don't care, and it doesn't matter. Just like it doesn't matter for me to even come on here and be speaking. It doesn't matter. It's nothing big about it, especially for me. I'm still in the race. I don't play the games. I know who's who and what's what. And I'm all well with it. Because I pull in and pull out whenever I get ready. I don't, I'm not falling into them holes with people. Playing them games. Because a lot of people don't even understand who they are is who they rooted to be. Ain't nothing going to change. Israel and Judah ain't going to jump up and start repenting and doing what's right. No, they ain't. That's a lie from the pit of hell. So again, it's something that was really powerful that came to me when he was giving me what was going on in Matthew's and Luke and Malachi, where he began to talk about how I am come to bring the sword. I'm like, wait a minute. That was I am, son of Yah speaking. I am come to bring the sword. I come to separate. Wait a minute. Hold up, Yeshua. Hold up, Yeshua. I got a problem. Let's go. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. Something just jumped out at me. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. Something just jumped out at me. Ooh-wee. I know it did not say what I think it said. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, and I think we're going to go down to 42, but let's go to 30. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Listen to this. Think not that I am come to send peace. Send, I am. You know, that's the son of Yah. That's in the son of man. He's speaking now. See, a lot of people don't know nothing about that. They don't know when the power is speaking of the Most High Yah and when Yeshua is speaking. They don't know the difference because they don't know who's who and what's what. So let me get into that again. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace. See, we know this ain't Yeshua because he ain't come to send nothing. But we know who did. Okay. So he said to send peace on earth. Only one can bring that is the Most High Yah. So now I can hear him speaking out of Yeshua as the son of Yah. Okay. He said on earth, I came not to send peace, but a sword. Watch how powerful the sword is. For I come to send a man in various against his father. Do you see that word against? Do you see the word against? Do you see the word against? Hold up. This is what came to me when I saw that, when I was reading it within myself. Yeshua is saying this. Don't forget, Yeshua is only talking to Israel, the Jews. He only came for the Jews. So this message was strictly for the Jews. Watch what he says. For I come to set a man at his variance against his father, and daughter against her mother, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Now, what the daughter-in-law has to do with the mother-in-law? Because the daughter-in-law going to be always trying to win the son over. And the only way she can win the son over is to get the son against his mother. So that's why the daughter-in-law is against the mother. You see? And that's a known fact. All you do is hear many women tell you about it. The daughter-in-law like this with their son, because the daughter-in-law has this thing that, okay, he had a woman in his life before he had me. And it's still like a jealous thing, but it's not a jealous to be living your whole life like that, but it's something there. Because I said to the father, I said, well, why didn't the son-in-law, why didn't the son-in-law be that way with the father? Because that's not how he set it up. Because it ain't going to be the son, the one that's the male that's marrying. He's not going to be jealous of her father, because he gonna know he got her. You see. But when you get the female, she knows she got to win her husband over from his mother. That's why it tells you daughter-in-law and not son-in-law, because the battle is. This is how sharp heaven is. This is how sharp heaven is. He don't have to tell you nothing. He don't have to warn you nothing. He don't owe you nothing. He gave you everything he has. You just don't have the eye to see nor the ear to hear. Now here, it's impossible for someone to have explained that without the Ruach. That's why this can't be the word. You have to still have the Ruach to break down everything in here, especially the things that are smeared. Now, when I see this, it also shows me exactly when Sister Deborah say the worst of the worst, whether you are like it or not. I come, watch this here. I am come to set a man. What you mean set? I'm going to set it up like that, Deborah. I'm going to set it up. A man at variance against his father. Wait a minute, Father. Are you talking to the heathens and the Gentiles? No. You want to say this book is about you? Stand up. They won't stand up. They'll sit their tails down. You want to say this book is about you? Stand up right here. Right here where I'm at now. Right here what I'm reading. Stand up now. I bet you can't stand up now. So it says, for I am come to set. Woo-wee. Set. Come on now, Father. A man at variance against his father. Now this is heaven calling this shot. You see? Now watch this here. And a daughter against her mother. And a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And then he turns around in 36 and said, and a man's foes, mean enemy, shall be they of his own household. What's going on there, Father? All this against this against this against this against. Wait a minute. Hold up. I got a question. What about the Willie Lynch law letter? Father, Father, what about the Willie Lynch letter? What about Deuteronomy 28? You see? Heaven's already set this stuff up. And this bringing the division already in. To who? The house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. He's telling the men, and a man's faults shall be they of his own. I mean, his enemies shall be those in his own household. What man stayed in his household long enough to capture the idea that those seeds you putting out is going to be your enemy within that household? Come on now. Oh yeah. So Sister Deborah said somebody's worse. Y'all don't get the picture. It went over your head 5 or 6, 15, 20 million times. Still don't get it. Even if I can pull out all kind of verses out of this book that you call the word. And you know what? It led me to, I had no idea that they never read this book. Until the Spirit told me the reason why they don't read it, because they don't want to see nothing that they don't want to see. They don't want to understand nothing that they don't want to understand. They just want to claim it and name it and keep it going. And that's what they do. Everybody name it and claim it and keep it going. So right here, it says, now let me finish that. And it says in 36, a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Well, wait a minute, hold up. You sure? You sure? What about the Willie Lynch ladder? See? You see what I'm saying, y'all? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Oh, wait a minute. Now, when we was in slavery, they put us against each other. They put us against each other. See, you can't wake up, can you? And you said you woke. You see how dead sleep you are? You see how dead sleep you are? Seem like that Willie Lynch kind of coming to your own book. It sets some boundaries. It makes you think. Now watch this here. Verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. And he that loveth his son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Ooh-wee. He's all up in that household, ain't he? He's up in that household, ain't he? Verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. Verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it. And he that loseth his life shall find it. All right. Verse 40. For he receiveth, you receiveth me. He that receiveth you, praise the Most High Yah. He that receiveth you, receiveth me. And he that receiveth me, receiveth him that sent me. All right. Verse 40, verse 41. And it reads, he that received a prophet in the name of a prophet. But I thought we weren't supposed to say we a prophet. You got these so-called fake. I ain't gonna say fake. You might as well say it. You got these so-called wannabe prophets and prophetess of the Most High Yah calling others out, saying you're not supposed to be saying you're a prophet. They didn't go around saying they was a prophet nor a prophet. How do you know? Were you there? That's not legit. But right here it says it right here, 41. It says he that received a prophet in the name, in the name of a prophet. Now, wait a minute, Father, y'all. But if that person, nobody knows they're a prophet, then how it don't make sense. You have to know who you are, not who people say you are, want to think you are, want to feel you are. You got to know you. And that's all that's important. As long as you know you don't worry about what nobody else said and thinking and feeling. Okay? Those that battle in that ring, those are people who ain't who they say they are, or they think they are, they feel they are, they got the world for food. Yeah, that's who that's who they're here for, to deceive the world. And they're doing an excellent job. And I wouldn't step over in that area where Yah has orchestrated it for them to have what they have, because he the one that gave them those that shall follow them. And that gate still narrow. Okay. So it says here in verse 41, he that received a prophet in the name of a prophet. Why in that name? See, shall receive a prophet reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man, I like that, I love it, in the name of righteous man, shall receive a righteous man reward. Praise the mighty Yah. And the last 42, and whosoever shall give to a drink unto this little one a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. Praise the mighty Yah. Now watch this. Let's go to Luke chapter 12. It's going back to that same old thing. Same old thing. Luke chapter 12. Now what I'm showing you is for y'all to say you the worst of the worst. You are the worst of the worst. Only way you can't see. A denial is in the eyes. And then here. They cannot hear nor see, and it's in here. That's why he constantly tell me, Deborah, they say they see. I know. They say they see, they can't see. They say they hear, they can't hear. They really can't hear. Because he knows who's who and what's what. Well, we're living in a world that Satan came to deceive the whole world. And I think he did an excellent job. I really do. Because I think that many is totally deceived. They deceive from anything that's the light, that's truth, that's righteous. You see? So here in Luke chapter 12 and verse 51 and through 53. Now listen to this. 51 and 53. Watch this here. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on the earth. Now, if he's sitting here telling you he didn't come to bring peace on the earth, then how could peace be on the earth if he's saying he didn't come to bring peace on the earth? I tell you, nay, that means no, I didn't come to bring peace on the earth. But I tell you what I did. I come to bring division. Division? Come on, let's slice some things up. That's right there telling you heaven has orchestrated division down here. Satan knows about it. Satan knows about it. Because he was schooled it in Genesis 3 and 15. There's going to be something between you and my spirit. Those that's coming down, my seeds. It's going to be a division between you. And this is what he's talking about. I come to bring to separate the wheat from the tare, the light from the dark, the evil from what is mine, the good ones. I come to bring that. Why can't he do that? I know he got the answer to man. See, the understanding in the flesh is that y'all answer to them. If everything is not said where they can, when you can make soothe somebody's flesh and cause people to see things that makes their flesh feel at ease, that's the only way people really wants to live the rest of the life out, because they think everything is said is bad or it's evil, but they don't see none of the evil going on in the world. But what you say is bad, or it's wrong and it's evil, but you don't see none of the evil in the world. But you can hear my evil and my bad words, but you can't see what you surrounded in. That's why he had to turn the heat up on Israel and Judah. Okay. Now it says here in 52, Luke chapter 12, verse 52. For from hence there shall be 5 in a house, 5 in one house, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. 53. The father shall be divided against the son. You know what I noticed that it doesn't talk about? the father and the wife, the mother being divided. You don't hear nothing about them being all divided against each other until you run up in Deuteronomy 28, where the curse is at. Okay. But here Yeshua is explaining to them that this is the reality of the way heaven's created it. That's really what Yeshua is talking about. He said in 53, the father shall be divided against the son and the son against the father. But if the father's not in the house, how can it be divided? You see how bent that up and bent that down it is? Now, who you talking about, Deborah? I'm talking about Israel and Judah. If we the melanated people and we the black people here in America and on these four corners, he's talking to us. He's talking to us. He's telling us what's up in our household. We telling him he's a lie. You know why we telling him it's a lie? Because it's in our household and we's a lie. So we want to make him the lie because we live in that lie and trying to make it the opposite of what we're actually living. That's the picture everybody trying to paint. I sit back and I watch it. I watch it between my mom and my siblings. They're trying to paint the prettiest picture that they could possibly paint the prettiest picture. And all I see as a prophetess, pride, envy, and jealousy. And cunning. That's all I see. The people on the outside looking in, oh, they the best family ever. You see? But I'm here as a living witness. That's a lie from the pit of hell. I'm vouching for everything that is said that in the family and what is the division and the those things which are against one another. Because I believe that when he talks about before the foundation of the world, when he created man to carry all those seeds. And in that man is different seeds. Okay? And he explained it to Satan in the garden. But here today, man don't have no idea and don't care. See, it's a difference when you don't know because you just don't know. But it's a hardened heart that's rebellion and disobedient and stiff-necked. I don't want to know. I don't care. My neck too stiff. I don't believe it. I ain't gonna turn this way and listen to this person, that person. But if you're that way to the Creator, shouldn't you be worse on the earth? Sure, you should. Worse than the worst. Why? Because you're amongst your own tribe and your own nation, conducting yourself as the worst of the worst toward the Creator who creates you and signed you under His name. If you worse to him, and you treat him the way you treat him, how do any woman or man expect to treat themselves and their children right and upright and just and fair? It's impossible. You playing that same old game of painting a pretty picture like my family does. A pretty picture, and it's not pretty. Because the spiritual rottenness is in it. That part that can't enter into the kingdom. Pride won't ever enter into the kingdom. Not for nothing but judgment. That's it. Jealous and envy. Cunning. Playing one against the other. People on the outside don't see none of it. I'm on the inside and I can tell you, it's there. It's there. My sisters and them came to my store for the first time. Their nose was so far up in the air. One told the other one, don't buy nothing. They had already discussed not to buy nothing. And Mama was with them too. My mother was with them. They said, and they didn't know I could. A lot of people don't know it. They still don't know it. My kids don't quite know it. They just trying to figure out how do you be knowing. I can I can read minds. Okay. So when they all came in, because her husband and her son, my youngest sister, husband and son, went back and told them, oh, she got a nice store. Oh, she got so much stuff. She got so much good stuff. Both of them took off with a lot of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff. Put it in the truck. So when my sister and them came to take a look after I had been there for 3 years, and the reason why they have not is that pride, that envy, and that jealousy. It wasn't because we were against each other or nothing, y'all. See, that's what they don't, because they figured if we can paint the picture for everybody on the outside to see us one way, truly we can be this way on the inside and ain't nobody gonna know. Oh, but now she know. When we put her in a little black box. Yes, let's do that. And we can continue to live as if we the best family in the world. And they didn't have no idea. I'm put in the little black box because they are the black box themselves. And in my black box that they flesh have placed me in their mind, guess what? I got great light. And guess what? They are so fearful of that light. They are so fearful. You know what? They would rather they don't want me to say nothing. And I understand what it's because it's almost I can read straight through it. I can read straight through it, and they know it. Even my mother, they know it. And when I say a little black box, I shouldn't say that a little black box, because a lot of people have I had to minister to regarding the bad sheep in the house or the bad sheep in the family, and they put them in the little black box, or they the bad sheep, in the family. And when I used to hear that all the time, and I used to have to minister to people about that, I can truly say I wasn't put in a situation. I think without a doubt, because I was doing it since I was a little girl, I think they was afraid of what I would say. Like to give you an example, when my oldest sister called and told me her daughter had a baby, and she was a preemie, and the baby is in the intensive care and you have to be there for months, and then she was just 1 pound, and then she told me, just telling me, I just want to make sure I let you know, and if you want to go to the hospital to see the baby, just let me know, and I can give you my card so you can go in, and you're just really including me in. And I began to tell her about her daughter, make sure that they do not pressure her, do not put too much on her, and just talking to her about that. And 3 days later, I got this thing from her husband. He's ceased now, and it was like he was telling me, I didn't see him in sight, it was in an inner thing. He was like telling me that he was once a preemie, my sister husband, and that's him and her daughter that had the baby. He said he was a preemie. Why was he coming to me and saying that he was a preemie? And then he says, and she needs to go with me. I knew where he was dead. So I called my sister up 3 days later. And when she first started hearing me, she was like, I know it took her all the way back, how Booby knows what's going to happen. And I don't want her to tell me because it's scary. Everybody think what you're saying is scary when they don't understand. Anytime y'all give you how would I say it? Insight on something, that's a blessing on top of a blessing, because he don't have to tell your tales nothing. That's how sick people's mind is. He don't have to warn you. He don't have to tell you nothing. He don't have to inform you. He don't have to answer to you. We got him so bent up and bent down. It's crazy. So I had to tell her that her husband, which is C, said that the baby had to come with him, so that means the baby gonna die. I knew that without a doubt. She didn't want to hear that, and she made sure she called me though, because 3 days later, the baby died. She did call me and let me know, because the way she did it, I really appreciate it, because she was like saying, I knew you always knew what's what. You knows what, because she knows that I know. And that's what I'm saying. That's how true prophets are rejected. See, a true prophet can't get on YouTube and have thousands of subscribers, thousands of likes, thousands of dollars of support. They can't do that. You know why? Because they work on the behalf of the Father. They don't work for materialistic things. They don't work to please the world. They don't work to satisfy the people in the world. They don't work they don't work for the world. You see, they work for the Most High Yah. And that working for him is the narrow gate. Because that's the only way back to life, eternal life, is for those that are his servant. You see, we can't get, and people be seeing these people with all these subscribers and all these likes and all this and that, and then they see them on Facebook, Twitter, and everything, and think, oh, these people is truly the true prophet, and the true prophet is truly they the one. You right. Go. Because Sister Deborah, no, the search is only that one for me. And if y'all keep saying that to me, Deborah, don't forget, just that one. You don't mean it don't mean nothing. You don't have to answer to none of us. You don't owe us nothing. But I still say Judah and Israel is the worst of the worst on the earth. And I guess Judah got to show you its tail so you can see and stop lying to cover up. The beauty of it to me is, okay, this is like I just explained, and I'm out. Cold without cold, you can't say there's hot. Without light, you can't say that there's a darkness. Okay? Without up, you can't say there's a down. Without good, you can't say there's a bad. Without big, you can't say there's a small. When you speak of worser, either there's two. Worser and the opposite is good. So what I should say, Israel is good. Should I say that? The house of Israel and the tribe of Judah is good. What's the opposite of that? Worse. Well, if they're the opposite of a worser or worse, it's good. How do stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient fall in place with good? Nobody couldn't answer that. They can't. They won't. They never will. See, either they are worser or they're good. The opposite of worse is good. So if we take away good and we say Israel and Judah, we take away worse or worser and we say Israel is good, then what happened to the word stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience? And then what happened to your study guide from the beginning to the end, letting you know they some nasty, ugly people? So how are we going to switch it all up? How are we going to clear it up? How are we going to clear it up? Matter of fact, it's coming to my head. Pull out something where Judah did and Israel did good in the eyes of Yah. Somebody come up with that someday. And if you come up with it to yourself. Because you don't have to prove nothing to me. I know it ain't in there. Where in your instructions and direction that tells you your tribe in Israel and Judah is good. If it wasn't for the tree of good and evil, why was the tree of life just there? He put good and evil there. Who did that? I wonder. Oh, who did that? Who put that other tree there? The same one that put the first one. So even he himself knew that the heaven had orchestrated his way from the beginning to the end. Because if it's two trees there and one leading to one way and one leading to the other for eternal, then you tell me who put them two trees in the garden? One meant for good and one meant for bad. Who did that? Oh, wait a minute, Deborah. You know, if I'm going to have to put a tree of life, which is the light, I'm going to have to put a tree of darkness. I said, you know that, and I know that, Father, but these sick peoples on this earth think because of who they are, they are all good. But why did you put the tree of evil down there if they are all good? So when you get down to worse and worser, you got at least 4 verses in the King James Bible explaining that you are worser than your forefathers. So what should we say? You are gooder than your forefathers? How about that? Maybe Sister Deborah get on here and tell you how good you are. Then I fall under the false prophets and false prophetess. Because they ain't telling y'all tales or nothing. outside of singing to the world because they want the world attention. That's the problem. They're out there singing words to the world because they want the world attention. They're down here for that reason, and they're fulfilling their mission to the utmost. But I'm going to stand on the top of the mountain where Yah has placed me to be about his business. Now, the worst of the worst, okay, watch this here. Now, here Israel and Judah, the worst of the worst. If you put them down here, listen to what I'm saying. If you put them down here and you knew they was the worst of the worst, only thing that you had for them is to be the opposite at the end. Praise the mighty God. Makes sense. If he pour you down here to be the worst of the worst, and he turned around and said, you ain't the worst of the worst to the world. You ain't the worst of the worst to Israel. You ain't the worst of the worst to Judah. You ain't the worst of the worst to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're the worst of the worst to me. To each other, y'all don't see each other the worst. But until you see how your people have done the Creator who put their name under his as his people, then you'll say it's nothing wrong with saying we as a people, we have wronged the Father. On top of it, we are the people, we have wronged the Creator. That's it. We have been this. Instead, Deuteronomy 28 said it 7 to 8 times, you're going to be destroyed. That means mentally, you're gone. You're gone. You can't even see straight. Sister Deborah said left, you say right. Sister Deborah said light, you say dark. Sister Deborah said up, you say down. Why? Because it fits who you are, the darkness. That's where you want to reside, right there in that darkness. You don't want a penny of light to come nowhere near you. Spirit and truth is such a awesome gift. Matter of fact, I was thinking about that earlier today, how that is connected with understanding. And that's why he kept saying, Deborah, they must understand. And all your getting get understanding. And that's really the message to he that walks in light. He that has that spirit and truth and that light in their right hand to see the way. This is what it's all about. He that has that light and can see and speak spirit and truth, that individual even have the power to move mountains. Because greater is the he that's in them than he that's in the world. Again, Israel and Judah is the worst of the worst on the earth. That's why he chose them. He placed a covenant on them. They broke every one. He placed laws and commandments. They broke every one. Everyone. Even to today, they have broke every commandment on the face of this earth that was given from the Most High Yah. And y'all running around here talking about, we keep the commandments. To keep the commandments, we've got to keep the law and the commandments. The Father already told me, Deborah, they have not kept no law, no commandment, no nothing. They the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Woo! No, you didn't go there. Say it again. The same yesterday, today, and forever. Evermore. What does that mean? That evermore means that after the evermore, there got to be a victory. Because this is the way they were all this time. And the end is victory. For a people who have been like this all the time. Because me, myself, I sit back and I say, you mean you put up with all this here, all this time? And as I dug in this here this morning, I got up at 9 this morning and was digging up. And I said, Father, this is it. What will make you want to put up with this? He did it. Y'all did an excellent job putting up with us. It's no way I can deny. I will not deny the fact that he put up with us for thousands of years. And nothing he gave us, we mastered. Did y'all know that? It's nothing y'all gave us that we mastered. He gave them all of the cattle and everything. And when they sin, they go take it and burn it up. And then once they burn it up, he'll forgive them. He gave them all kind of ways to break from so much wicked and evil. They still couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. No matter what he did. Why? Because heavens knew that these people were the ugly of the ugliness on the earth. And he chose the ugliness of who they were to get the victory at the end. Not now one of us going to be able to stand and say we are entitled to the victory that you offered us. Not now one of us can dare stand before Mount Zion and say, hey, here I am. I'm at Mount Zion. I'm entitled. I'm do this. I'm this. I'm that. I'm this. I'm that. We are not entitled. We are not entitled to the kingdom, to the glory on Mount Zion. But you know what? You'll get people like you all thinking you are. Making you entitled. I'm entitled to it. I should be up here. What do you see them on the corners? Men. On the corners. Day and night. Who is allowing them to be on the corners in day and night? And they and saying the things that they said in the way that they said. A system. Because the system know they gone. They know they gone. They don't have no problem with them being up on the corner. It's just that now the migrants tried them. The migrants is gonna get them Hebrew Israelite men off that corner. The judgment of the Most High Yah is here. The judgment of the Most High Yah is here. Yes, I can see it. I can see it in the atmosphere. The judgment of the Most High is here. The judgment of the Most High is here. Woo, Father, they don't even know. I was watching that a couple of days ago, and I wasn't watching it because they have you. I don't know if y'all know this. A lot of brothers are fighting. Not a brothers. Let me take that away. A lot of melanated men are fighting the melanated men in the Hebrew Israelite movement on the corners. Y'all probably don't know about that because y'all caught up in self. Everybody's so caught up in their flesh, they don't know nothing. And that's why it's going to hit the household. Because when you think that you can build your tunnel separate from what Yah has already orchestrated, it can't be done. He said, I bring it up in your household. I bet you'll see it then. That's how he's going to do it. He's going to bring it right up in your household. You want to sit and tell her that, oh, don't call her or call him the worst of the word. No, that's not true. That's not true. Okay. Wait till it come up in your household and then talk to me then. You see, you ain't gonna have words to say to Yah because he ain't gonna be hearing you. That's why it's a blessing to take in as much spirit and truth. That's that understanding. Take it in as much as you can. So when you see these things, yep, that's what that sister was talking about. Bam, there it is. But the spirit of the Most High Yah is his judgment is here. And when I saw them on the corner, I was like, you know what? Woo, this country got a great plan on these people. They got the plan. They got it and gone. And Yah has orchestrated it. Woo-wee! They didn't pull them. What they're going to do is they're going to bring the migrants on them corners where them Hebrew boys are. Mm-hmm. You ain't going to see them on the corner no more. Mark my word. They coming forth. It's the judgment of God and hit the earth. Then hit this country, every other country too. But it didn't hit. It didn't touch down. The judgment of the Most High is touched down. What are they going to do? Let's see how many brothers by the end of this year is on them corners. When they poured them migrants and all these other countries, ex-convicts and gang members and all them out the prison and offer them good old America. And America said, yes, we need them. We need them to destroy the nation we cannot put our hands on. Woo! America said, we can't put our hands on them. We can't put our hands. We ain't going to put our hands, but listen, go to the four corners and bring out all the gang members. The cartels, enemies and groups, and bring them all over to our country. Do the work for us. Do the work for us. And they're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. And they already started. They started at that last year. They started. But see, when you so caught up in self, you can't salute the will of the Father that's doing some work and judgment on the earth. Because you said, no, they bothering us. They doing this. Well, okay, you said that 400 years. Somebody been bothering you 400 years. Who's messing with you now? You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Y'all want to be bad and tough? Isaiah said, and I'm going to destroy Deborah the mighty men. Ooh, how you going to do that? Watch me pull up. See, he ain't pulling up himself. He let them open the gate of hell and brought them bad things up in here. And what they're going to do is this. This is the whole overall. They done already held on to them as long as they can. They done disperse them into the cities, inner cities, and they let them loose. And let me tell you what they're giving them. They're giving them guns of all sorts. They're giving them money. They're giving them everything to make it. But they know the deal is to take these people out. We can't put our hands on them. But we brought the army in. They can. And that's what they doing. They doing. So if you get a chance, you can see it. Already hitting YouTube. Now the men, they got these YouTube pages pulling up, talking about, did y'all see that? Now we should unite. Yeah, we should. Y'all scared as a chicken. We should have united. We should be come together and we should be doing it. Too late, bro. The judgment didn't hit the ground. You want to play the game? You tough and you bad? Out here killing up women and children, mama and daddy, and women out here killing their babies and killing other people. Oh, y'all want to be bad, huh? So why would you dare think they ain't the worst of the worst when they are listed under the name of Yah? Ain't no other nation, no other country. It's listed under his name. But then Sister Deborah coming and telling y'all they the worst of the worst. Yeah, they the worst of the worst because they under his name being the worst of the worst. So who gonna let y'all would have been there and took them out? But he said, Deborah, I got a plan for them. Just like you sitting here telling these people, what's the difference from a hot and cold? What's the difference from light and dark? What's the difference from up and down? What's the difference from big and small? Deborah, they don't even know. What's the difference from worse? It's good. They've been worse since I've known them. But when I take them to Mount Zion, they're going to be good. That's how cuckoo clock y'all are. I would rather be good then than to be good now. How about that? I would rather be good then than to be good now. Because that good is going to be good. This good you role playing down here trying to make it look like we good. People bothering you. People doing this to us. They did it. They did it. They did it. You ain't done nothing. But you seen all you seeing is your brothers killing their brothers. Killing their women's, their mother, their fathers, their children. And everybody think it's a cakewalk. And then don't want y'all to shoot it out, telling y'all the worst of the worst. And this is why I truly believe that I am grateful to the fact that he allowed me to look at it for what I see it and behold it, accept it, salute it, and keep it going. I know I got to be one of the ones to get up out of here. Because I ain't holding back no lies of darkness just to be included in the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah, especially Judah. Play the same thing, the same role they play, everybody else want to play. Because we the melanated people. But you ain't looking at your melanated people killing your own people. You don't see where they selling drugs and alcohol. You go back and Nipsey. You hear them talk about Nipsey, and now y'all look, you all on YouTube. There they go again, starting all that all over again. Oh, Big U did this, and all everybody did something. Now they back at war again. Then you gonna turn around and tell me they the best of the best, huh? You can't call them the best of the best. You can't call them good. Only word you have left is worse. So what you want me to say? They good. But that's a lie. And I'm seeing different. I'm calling the shot from what I see. Not only what I see, what I know. So the only thing different is I believe that Yah has a ram in the bush. When he called it a small remnant, and how, because he told too many times who he was going to destroy in Israel. Pastors and all kind of prophets. He sat and told he going to get rid of them because they lied, they did this, and all these people, they ain't getting out of it. But I believe he's either coming for a spiritual Israel or the Israel that he has as a small remnant. That's it. Because I'm just, too much is going on, and it's not getting any better. And I just thank him for allowing me to see it at its worst. Because that's a form of not denying that it is what it is. But everybody want to live this lie because it's just like if you say something about men, the men that turn around and they get in their feelings and in their emotion because you said something about men. But wait a minute, the father would like to ask you, is it righteous in what she said? What about righteous? You mean righteous don't override your emotions and your feelings? If somebody's saying something righteous, if this person says, but it don't matter. It's where their hearts are at. It's where their hearts were assigned from heaven. That means no matter what nobody says about Israel and Judah, they are not one that stand in unity. Now you hear them all. Y'all, let me tell you, they're all over the internet now, hooping and hollering because these these migraine going in there big time. I mean, they driving in, and one guy got mad at another guy because he was telling me, and they rolling down big. Yeah, they rolling down big. They mission is to come to bring that fire on your tail, take you up out of here. It's prophesied. Since you want to okay all they wrong and they worse and what they doing, you want to make it good. Okay, wait, keep looking. If you can see, I don't know if you can see or not if you're blind. But you're going to see, it's going to be clearly seen. I can see it already. I've already seen it long time ago. But now what I'm seeing today, I'm like still saying to the Father, how high you going to have to turn this thing up until it's at their door? I love that. I love that because until people see the worst of the worst of their own tribe and their Israel, that's how you turn the opposite way. That's how you turn into righteous. It's when you see it for what it is and call it what it is. But when people, that's why they will not. Now, Deuteronomy 28, it's impossible for them to even use Deuteronomy 28 without the end game to it. But they did. They mastered that bad boy. They mastered Deuteronomy 28 without the end game to it. And they taught you all, the weak people. They taught them the lie in Deuteronomy 28 without the end game to it. In the end game, you're going to be destroyed. That's the end game. That's Yah's end game. So to me, even with that, Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel stating that there's a part where he's going to destroy this. Oh, yeah. When he started to collect his from the four corners, oh, yes, it's in there. You don't hear nobody preach it. You don't hear nobody teach it. But yet you got the prophetess and the prophets out here hooping and hollering about, oh, Babylon coming down. Wait a minute. Why ain't you warning Israel? Why ain't you warning Judah? Let me tell you what I thought the other night. I was lying down and something came to me that if we had the 400 years when Israel have had at least 30 to 35, maybe more years, I think 30 to 30 years to have come up with a way to enlighten Judah. To enlighten Judah. Well, why do you say Judah? Not only did the Messiah come out of Judah, but listen to this. Judah, thou art he whom thy brothers shall praise. Shall praise. By the hand, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemy. But why is the brothers praising Judah? Because the Messiah came out. Now, why is it the brothers now praise Judah, and why Judah shouldn't be doing something better? Because the Messiah came out of his tribe. Now, we as melanated people, Judah, the tribe of Judah, the Messiah came from our end. So you see how we should be something better than what we are. But I know that the kingdom orchestrated it to the fullness. Okay, so he can get his glory. But I just like everything that they have done to us, that too was orchestrated, you guys. It was orchestrated. It was orchestrated, because if it wasn't orchestrated at any time, he could have moved that out the way. But he didn't. Not one time. Y'all didn't move nothing no one has ever done to us. Even what they finna do now, he ain't moving it out the way. That's what you call tribulation. See, y'all thinking y'all coming from the right hand side and this with the light, and we gonna see this. And no, baby. He coming all kind of ways. And it don't matter. His will is gonna be done. And we sit here thinking, oh, but we getting out of here. Yeah, you getting out of here. One way or another, you gonna get out of here. But see where Jacob said before he died in Genesis 49 that Judah or he whom your brethren shall praise. But Judah ain't done nothing that the brothers should praise. So all I'm thinking of, because the Messiah came out of his lineage. And I look at the ideal, I say, if the Messiah came out of my tribe, our tribe should be more, trying to, that ain't how it's playing, Deborah. Don't forget, the kingdom got it wrapped. I told you, what do you be telling the people? I know. He got it wrote in and wrote out. He got it wrote in, he got it wrote out. That means ain't nothing you gonna do and nobody else gonna cut through that. You see? But this is what I said when I was in the bed last night. I said, you know what? I said, you gave us 400 years. And we passed 400 years. Why is it that we couldn't have done nothing? Now, in the last 30 years, we found out, we the Hebrew Israelite, okay? But we did nothing no different, you guys. We got even crazier. We got even worse because we did nothing no different. You want me to tell you why? A lot of you all don't pay any attention to nothing that's going on. Every camp is against one another. Every camp is against one another. Okay? Every Hebrew Israelite pastor, priest, anything that they are, they're against the others. You got them all on debating each other, debating this here, y'all. They coming from the same book and they debating the book. They ain't debating spirit and truth. They ain't laying down spirit and truth on the table, because the spirit and truth don't mess with that trash they debating from. Because they want to bring in all these other books and debate this. When you finish spirit and truth, just cut into all that mess and get to the core. Okay? And I was laying down and I said, "What, Father, that seemed real bad. It seemed real bad to be here 400 years. Oh, y'all ain't never thought of it. 400 years. And we never came together. Even to now, in our so-called awakened moment. We're more enemies toward each other than we are anything. We didn't do nothing out of the order of the Father. Nothing. Even after we call ourselves awakened. And we still ain't doing nothing. And we feel content. We feel that that's okay. That, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. It's all right. No unity. So how did we want the world to see us, to be something to the Creator, when we have not shown we are something to even ourselves? You see? The only way I can escape the whole overall is exactly where he took me. They are the worst of the worst. And because they are the worst of the worst from the kingdom, I set it up for them to be under my name. So I gave them who they are all the way to the end until I reverse them. And then the world going to see who I am. You see, you think the world going to see who he is? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show y'all the power in when I said the worst of the worst. Let me show you the power in it. I'm going to lay it out for you. Where you have been, you never obeyed. You never did what he told you. You never followed the covenant. You never covenant. You never followed the laws. You never followed the commandments. Never. And you still don't today. Because the number one, honor your mother. And let me tell you, 99.9 don't do that. So hello. So let me get to the topic. So here we go. All of this that's went on and continue to go on. And he's going to allow it to even go worse. What's about to happen with the judgment and the fire is it's going to allow somebody to holler. Somebody's going to holler out. Somebody's going to cry out. And that's when he's going to pull down. Okay? Y'all, it's not going to pull off until he hear that cry. Okay? That's what he wants to hear. You know how he heard the cries of Israel and Judah in Egypt? The cry went where? Up to the kingdom. It reached the heaven. So the judgment that we having and what is about to happen is going to cause Israel and Judah to open their mouth and cry out. And when that cry come out, then he going to freeze it and bring his out. But the purpose of allowing it, the judgment and the fire, is to cause that cry out to the Most High Yah. Right now, people don't even give a rest behind about repenting. They don't give a rest behind about crying out because Judah and Judah has been doing so wrong for so long, they ain't looking for nothing. They don't want nothing. This one man had the nerve to be on there talking about the men. They don't understand. Our men, we're gonna have it worse, man. Y'all, we're gonna have it worse. He said, I got a job. I've been working my job for years, and on my job, all our brothers are quitting and they walking away from their jobs and they benefits, and they don't care if they don't have no insurance. They don't care if they don't have no job. Yeah, that's been going on, and nobody caught it. That been going on, and nobody catching it. Everybody ain't catching how Judah has left all their job, won't work, won't labor, won't do anything. So these migrants that's coming in, they're going to give you something to do, all right. They're going to make something for you. You see, and this is what's going to cause Israel to cry out. And once that cry out come out and reach the heavens, then that's when Yah is going to pull his out. But he ain't going to pull them out until you hear that cry. That's why the judgment has to be on the house first. He got to hear that them call out. Because the cry itself, it has to reach the heaven. Because that's going to be the next step to taking his out. See, they thinking, oh, we can just sit here, don't work, don't do nothing, just sit here and just wait on him and be on these corners. These men, they took off all these men off their job. Guess who did that to them? Their own men. They told them, the way to go, quit these jobs. We've been in slavery. They done this, they done that. No health insurance, no benefits. Do you all understand already for the last 2 years, you're going to have hair going to the doctor's office? You're going to have hair going into the hospital, the dental. So any medical situation that you have, you better check that thing, baby. I mean, you better really check it, because, honey, baby, they ain't gonna be seeing you in no hospital. And if you do go in there, you ain't gonna come out. And that's for real, for real. That's where it's already at. They setting people's appointments way far ahead because it's a plan. You are not, Judah, going to get the service you once had. No, you ain't. He got to hear that cry so he can come down. He got to hear that cry. That's what the Father is looking for, because after the cry is when he come and bring victory for Israel and Judah. But until that, and he already got it set up. He already got it set up from the floor. But that's when he'll come. Because the type of cry it is, it's going to be no hope. There's going to be great suffering like it was in Egypt when he heard their cries. They were beating them people and all kind of things. But here, Judah got to feel that thing. And when he feel that thing, he'll know how to cry out right to the Most High Yah. And when y'all hear that right cry out, then he's going to freeze it, bring out his remnant out of the four corners and take them where they need to be. That's why the judgment have to hit the house, because the house ain't cried out, because they think they got it all going together. They agree with wrongdoing. They call dark light, light dark, right wrong, wrong right, up down, down rock. I mean, just call everything the wrong thing. And this is where he comes in, and he wants the cry it's been heard from his throne. Then that's when he comes and he gets what belonged to him and take them to and lead them to Mount Zion. And I even think that trip that's on your way to Mount Zion is going to be a journey. It's going to be a journey. So I truly believe that the worstest thing that is to come is what is to come, not what has came, but what is that's going to be set down before you. Somewhere along the line, that cry, he has to hear that cry. And the only way that cry of Judah is when they have no hope. Judah has to be in a situation where he have no hope. And I felt sad. I feel sad for it, but I'm all with y'all on that. The fact that this stuff need be. I already know it's going to be a time, and we in that time already. It already started where you're going to have problems. You hurt yourself, you sick, you can maybe go nowhere. Get in there and say, well, I got a doctor, I can have surgery, or my leg, I broke my arm. No, baby. And if you think that it's already in the working, it was a time where your benefits, the benefits is stealing from you through even your medical benefits. They even stealing from you there by taking giving you less care. And you used to be covered here, you used to be covered there. Now they taking all that from you. You see, and you thinking you got the same coverage. No, you ain't, baby. They hitting you from every corner there is. Let me tell you, we are in a time like no other. We are there. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of them waiting for the right hand. They waiting for y'all they waiting for the they waiting for the purge, and they waiting for the wars, a nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. They don't even understand it's sitting right in front of you. It's just gonna get worse. It's right in front of you, but it's just gonna get worse. And that's what I think people are sitting back looking, not calling it what it is, because they thinking, hey, okay, that ain't too bad. And the reason why people have that type of spirit is because it hasn't hit their house. It hadn't come to their door. And they just assume, well, it ain't really as bad as they say it is. It ain't over here. It ain't up here where I'm at. It ain't over there. It ain't over. Baby, let me tell you, when it do, when it does, I mean, it's just, oh, this is crazy. It's just so much is going on and so much is taking place to where, like he said, what's right's going to be seen to be wrong and what's wrong going to be seen to be right. That's going to mess up a lot of insight of a lot of things too, because people are switching the channels. They taking right and making it wrong and making wrong right. Um, I do believe that these migrants is um, now. This is how I also I look at them already being. I think that they have already been assigned, and I think that once they are done with Judah, I think they're gonna use them to do the war with the others. So, because this country right now, they need to do something with Judah, and Judah can't even see that giving these people all this money, and all these food stamps, everything they giving them, a housing and everything, it ain't got nothing to do with Europeans. This got to show you off. It's they coming after you, baby. They ain't coming after these Europeans. They coming after you. You know, they ain't coming after nobody else but you. That's who they're after. They're after you, and and you out there killing your brother. You out there killing up brothers and killing babies, cutting up women, and all kind of things. And you thinking you doing something because your own people won't even, your own tribe won't say, "Hey, bro, no, we ain't gonna have that. We're gonna stop that right now." No, no, no. But now that them immigrants then got into gangs, they are booming. They got all the weapons they need, and they going up into the communities on all New York, up in New Jersey, Chicago, California. They ready. They come to do the job. Who's giving them all these guns? Come on now. They coming and they dispersing them into your cities. They come into your city. Not they coming, they are in your city. I told my son, this is one Walmart I don't even want to go to anymore. And he said, why is that? Because I see them in there. They don't know how to push their cart up to the register, and they got scheme in them. The cashier said that they got a lot of scheme. It's like scheme, you know, trying to steal. And I said, you're right. And she said they be having money on these on their phones, on their card. That's just how they are. They just think that you're gonna let them walk out with all that stuff. They're pilot, but don't want to put it on. It's a mess. It's a mess. So when I see them, and then they don't want you to talk to them, don't want you to say anything to them, they'll look at you like, hey, you know, here's the line. If the line is moving, bro, why don't you move up? Why are you 100 feet away from the line? Are you in line? Yeah, yeah, yeah. This girlfriend turn around, look, and they standing there like, we can stand as far away from the line as we want to and just get in it when it's time for us to walk up. That's their whole mindset. I'm telling you, it ain't no play. It's real bad out there. It's real bad. And I thank the Father for allowing me to see, first and foremost, schooling me on it first, and allowing me to understand that the level of kingdom releasing is where all the power is, and that the end is still going to be his end. Everything was created for him, and for him shall he get the glory and the honor. And I think that's it. It was something else I was going to say, but I forgot it. But I say unto you all, be careful out there. Watch yourself. And as far as this medical and dental and all of that, it ain't gonna be as swift if you all think it is. And just imagine all of these people, all of these Jewish men and women, they left their jobs. They don't have benefits. They don't have health care. They don't have dental. Now, when everything start kicking in, what do you think they're gonna do? What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna come to your house. See, and nobody is really paying any attention to this because I said, why is that guy? This is a black guy. I said, why is that guy keep coming on here making videos telling you take this black trash bag, roll of paper, go get your roll so you can cover your windows. I said, what is he talking about? Oh man, they got so many people. It's already, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, this is what's strange. People who don't know nothing about God is preparing as if they seen something. That's what I'm going to say. They are preparing as if something they don't. They page and what they're talking about don't have nothing to do with no connection to spiritual or God or anything. They on there to try to teach you how to survive. I mean, for real. When he was telling me the trash bag, I said, and then I found out why he was teaching. Why? Guess what it was? It's because the trash bags is covering the windows because the moment they see a candle or a light in your house, they coming in because now they know you got something that they don't have and that they're looking for. Now, you see all our people out here quitting their jobs, left their job, leaving their jobs left and right. So and when I see this, nurses, everybody, all our black people are leaving their own jobs. Everybody is leaving their jobs. And they've been doing it for the last 2 or 3 years. Just quitting their jobs. As if somebody told them, you better quit your job, girl. You don't need it. Oh, they've been having you working and slaving. Okay, you quit everything you quit. Well, how you gonna stack up? How you gonna get care until the care run out? Or you know what I'm saying? Because like even with me, I made sure I got everything my annual checked out. So that what? I can go another year. You see? If it don't be here, I don't be here. I just take whatever y'all has for me. But as far as what I see now, oh man, your people and them, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. And somebody's coming for them. Because they if they're not working, if your people are not working, who do you think they're coming for? You think they're gonna go into these European stores or these European homes? No, they're gonna come to their people, their own area, not just the city either, because they're gonna tear that up, but they're coming towards you. So when you finish, want to make everything look so pretty and lie that ain't nothing going on, you lie all you want. Sister Deborah can see, can discern, can see on down the line what's happening. And I thank the Most High. Yeah. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I hope you got something out of it. And I want to show you something else. Let me say this. I wrote this down about Abraham. I don't know if you all remember when Abraham was in the vision, the father went on and told him he was going to have his son out of his own learn, and that he was going to have a big nation. When did Abraham listen? Yah told him, but did he abide by? No, he went into Hagar. The same day. Sarah told him to go into Hagar. So what was that saying? Somewhere Yah showed him here, but he went over here. Okay. When I got to Moses, I realized, wait a minute, Moses, the Most High Yah used you to do a lot of things. But he straight off told you ain't making it to the promised land. What's going on with that? What's going on? What about Solomon? He told Solomon good not to have those wives of the other nation. But did Solomon listen? No. Solomon went over and got him many wives of other nation. Do you see what I'm saying about how we as people never did 100% obey? You see? So I look at back then as the things that he had charged, even the chosen ones of the seed, and yet they still fell short. You see, they still fell short. What did he tell them plain as day? Yes, he did. He dealt with them one-on-one. He dealt with Solomon one-on-one. He dealt with Moses one-on-one. He dealt with Abraham one-on-one. But it still didn't stop him. I'm going to tell y'all one more thing that he gave me. The Father told me when I was doing my little deep study about Judah and Israel and how worse of the worst they were. He said, Deborah, you know what? They will say that they have awakened, but let me tell you what is going on. And he had me to look it up and go into it. He said they had no idea that Ishmael, Abraham's oldest son, had the biggest hand in the Atlantic slave trade. Ishmael. And he said that Ishmael is one of our greatest enemies. Ishmael is one of our greatest enemies. As Israel, the true, like the Palestinians, many of those in the Middle East, Ishmael. I wish I had my paper where I had it all broke down, had them all listed. He said that's Ishmael, Abraham's first son. And he began to tell me how they come over here and have all these fried places and these little restaurants and these beauty salon. That's Ishmael. That's Ishmael. And to them, we are nothing. They look at us as enemies, but yet they come around us because they look at us as a people to who we are. They come into our communities and they build up and we go there and eat all that fried, nasty food that they have, all because we just see something. We base things on what we see and we won't. We don't measure who we're dealing with. And I found one that was at a beauty supply, and this was like 3 years ago. He had charged me for something, then he charged me twice. So when he gets your card, he slide it under this thing. And under this thing has two systems. So he slid it twice. And I went home and I said, wait a minute. I was looking at my thing online and it showed where he robbed me twice. I took it back up there and told him, here go my receipt. You know, he fussed and argued. And I called my card and told him to not pay it. Oh, we can't do that because it's already been swiped. But I didn't get those items. I showed him where he had to charge me twice. So I called his headquarters. Same old people. These people, I'm telling y'all, we as a people, we have accepted any and everything from any and everyone. That's why I can't sit here and tell y'all that we good. The opposite of worse is good. I can't tell you that. And I will not tell you that. I will not tell you that because we're not. So the opposite of good is what? Worse falls under good as the opposite. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you all. And I think that'll be it for me. Anybody had any questions in the live? If no questions, I will see you. Thank you. Appreciate you too. Thank you.